and welcome to Pizza Records Live. I'm your host, Daniel Tamer.
Yay!
Magically, a lot has happened this week, almost none of it worth bringing up. I often ask, has anything happened at your workplace recently you want to tell a story about? I'll start with Reed, because he's dressed like he's at work.
I'm just gonna go do some white trash shit after this. We're gonna drink beer and burn trash in a barrel.
Fuck yeah!
So, speaking of, if anybody'd like to give me a ride to the liquor store and then to the barrel.
To the barrel.
Nice. Asking for the ride, really. It's nice.
It'll be us. We'll be the one.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
You say a ride to the barrel reminds me of one of my least favorite restaurants, Cracker Barrel. Which reminds me of a different room full of weird white people doing something I'll never understand. It was up in space. There was a
Wonderful.
Katy Perry, Jeff Bezos' wife, and then a bunch of other broads. A bunch of other femoids got blasted up into space for like 5 minutes. They just kind of went up there and went, wow.
And then went down.
Yeah, I'm almost disappointed they came back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like, they all seemed assholey.
I didn't know about it until I saw on TikTok that she went to space. Like it already happened.
They said something about it called a rocket penis.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the blue unit.
Blue unit,
yeah,
the whole unit.
or what is it really called?
You'd think that Virgin guy, Richard Branson, would be the one with a penis rocket. Bezos.
I thought it was Elon's rocket. Was
No,
it?
this is Bezos. Well,
Oh,
Bezos'
it's
wife
That's
was
SpaceX, but
Oh, so it wasn't SpaceX.
no, it's Bezos.
This was the Amazon.
Amazon has their own space thing?
Yeah, dude.
I had no fucking idea. That's
Virgin.
crazy. But I knew about the cock rocket though. So,
Virgin Airlines.
like, I just thought that was Elon's thing. Okay, so it's Jeff Bezos's blue unit.
That's that. We don't have a real NASA anymore. We just got rich guys shooting themselves into space.
Yeah, with other rich guys.
Yeah, it's like this.
Whoever.
I will point out that almost every woman, there's a certain way you look in space. All your blood goes to your head. Then you come back to the surface and you look normal again. But they all still had coke bloat. I think that Katy Perry being blasted into space for absolutely no reason was to cover up that they built a weird triangular tower at Area 51.
That makes sense.
They got new photos.
I mean, that does seem like a
You say
distraction
triangular
thing.
tower.
Like, why would they?
It's
What was
straight
the
up
point of that?
tower, but from above, it's shaped like a triangle.
How tall?
It looks like you would use it to stand a rocket up to blast it.
Okay.
I just looked at a photo of it. Like, it looked like it kind of had like, those kind of horn speakers on the very top of it.
Okay.
It kind of reminded me of that Rick and Morty episode where they have like a big stage with the Get Swifty,
Take a shit on the floor.
yeah.
The big.
So maybe it's just a big speaker stack.
Here's the thing. What if everyone's scared about WW3 and they're about to start nuke testing again and they need a big tower with giant speakers with like counties?
That's
like
that's a good idea.
That's actually,
That-
now you said it's horns.
Well,
I could have sworn
first
it's a
heard
horn.
about it, it was like a post, and they were like, "Is this alien technology?" And my first thought was they're probably dropping eggs or some shit. But that makes a lot more sense than my idea.
I always thought the craziest shit there might be with Area 51 was that they got slaves having to mine uranium underneath it there or something. And they all got, there's just ghouls from Fallout underneath the ground or something. That's what I was like, there's either weapons or resources and then people shoved in there secretly. Like,
The legendary.
yeah. I think that's what the white pickup camo dudes are about, is to scare them off from the slaves we got mining all the uranium. Hey, it might be time to open this up to an open mic.
Yes.
Alrighty. Gonzo's strutting. Ladies and gentlemen, Tyler Gonzo. Stop!
Yeah.
Green.
Is it? Just push the button and make it.
Yeah. All right. Thank God 9/11 happened on 9/11. Could you imagine if it happened on July 11th?
Second.
That's 7/11. Pretty coincidental, though. I mean, we all know a big conspiracy theorist kind of guy when it's just like Building 7, man. There's no way the plane knocked down Building 7. There are bombs on the inside. Kind of coincidental, though, that 911 has been the emergency service number since 1968. And 9/11, 911. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but we all know one, right? I'm a rapper. It's pretty obvious. Being a rapper is weird. Being a white rapper is even weirder because everybody just expects you to suck. You know, you'd be like, hey! It's like all your friends calling over like to check out a sick animal. They're like, look, this guy thinks he can rap. Your typical white guy's always like Dr. Seuss style, you know, a bat and a rat and the cats, you know, whatever. That's all I got.
All right. Anybody else? I have to do this. You have to edit this out.
Okay.
Ow!
Oh no.
Oh, hey. Oh, no, I have to fuck with you for like 3 minutes. All right. He's in the cuck stool. Everyone fuck with him for 3 minutes.
Hey, nice tie-dye, fucking chode.
Nice. Hey, now that we've opened it up with the funny aggression, I do have an actual note. You got to cut 1968's too many numbers. People think you're doing math.
Yeah, for sure.
So just,
That might not even be the exact year either.
right.
That's close though. It's something that's not ironic though. That 911 has been the emergency service phone number for a long time, and then 9/11. That's a pretty weird coincidence, if you ask me.
I feel like you are a conspiracy theorist.
I'm not. I'm really not. But like when I wrote that joke, I was like 911. I was like, that's weird. So then I looked it up just to kind of like add on to the joke.
Being a conspiracy theorist.
Plus, hey, by the way, this was the first set I did without my phone. So
But he said he wasn't.
I'm working on that. I'm working on memorizing a little bit.
Don't be in denial.
So
Exactly.
Embrace it.
embrace it.
I was just joking when I called you a
You're
chode.
okay, buddy. We're just making fun. I like your shoes, Rockstar.
Oh, thanks. I just felt bad after I said it.
Oh, dude, you're all right, dude. I've heard way worse.
Maybe you're not
Idiot, stupid, little dumbass.
Yeah, fuck
I've
you.
heard it all, dude. It's okay.
911 being
What?
the emergency number, and then 9/11 happened.
It's very strange,
How does
right?
that make you feel personally? Like, where do you start?
Well, it's a tragedy when like any like natural disaster happens to like innocent people.
Definitely.
It wasn't natural. No, you're right. That was something allegedly staged. But
Somebody thought about that one.
yeah, well, I don't know. It's terrible when anybody like, especially massive quantities, die. You know.
Well, that wasn't so funny. I keep trying to make 9/11 funny, and people keep getting bummed. I'm like, what's your problem?
It's been 24 years. I think we can laugh about it by now. It's been 24 years.
They made me draw it. They, like,
Well, it's almost
a lot of people had the TV wheel then.
Oh yeah.
The
See,
local channel.
That's what we had.
Some kids were drawing it, and they told us to draw it. So we had to draw like people jumping out of the towers.
Oh my
Like,
God.
little notes on the side about how we felt bad.
So, funny story, Missy might remember, but we had that day, so they wheeled it out and, you know, they're showing it between, but then we had a power transformer explode. So,
shit.
it was like a half hour after they announced that we're getting attacked on the East Coast. It sounds like bombs are going off outside our school. So everybody thought, like, well, we're going to die.
We're fucked.
And so then we got to go home early from school, which is cool, I guess. And then we sat and watched the terrible thing that happened.
Yeah.
But
I remember my mom saying, well, that's the great thing about being in the fucking middle of nowhere is no one's going to attack us in Steens, Mississippi. I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to kill you.
Nice.
Somebody's never watched Black Hawk Down.
what attacks you guys? Hurricanes.
Yeah. We got Katrina pretty bad.
Yeah.
We lost a lot of money on a Durango because of that.
Are we out of like nuclear range if somebody
Oh,
hits
no.
Springfield?
No,
Well, you know we have nuclear reactors.
it's like hitting Illinois, fucking Illinois.
We have nuclear reactors in Springfield. So if a nuclear reactor goes off in Springfield, the fallout from that would hit Jacksonville, and then I think like just like maybe 10 miles past here would be safe from fallout. But this area would be uninhabitable for 200
There's
years.
a map online. I've already looked at it. Even if
Yeah.
even St. Louis, we would be fucked.
Oh
A
yeah,
website
yeah.
where you can click on historical bombs and put them where
I need to write down this
on
website.
maps.
That's
And
awesome.
It shows you. Yeah, I can't remember the name of it. I heard about it from Vsauce. So there's a Vsauce video that had cool websites at the end of each one. They just name them. And yes, you could click on this any location and just drop whatever bomb is like Tsar from Russia. But there's bombs that if you dropped on Chicago, we would be on fire.
You guys
We get
remember Nagasaki and Hiroshima?
Yeah.
I was there.
The bombs we have now are 300 times that power.
Oh yeah. Yeah. The what's the Russian bomb? They call it this
Zarbomba.
the bomb. Yeah.
Yeah, I said that.
Sorry.
Hey, Gonzo, if you named a nuclear bomb, what would you call it?
Oh god, that's a good one.
And before you answer,
Probably some shit like I'm Gonzo, bro.
I would name it Goodbye.
before you answer, we're dropping it on Greenland.
On Greenland?
Yeah, it's the Greenland bomb.
Oh.
You get to name it. Yeah.
Nice.
Gonzo gets to name it.
I don't know, lawnmower.
It's a good idea.
That's good.
Yeah.
Everyone's Tyler Gonzo Scott.
Welcome to Pizza Records.
Yeah.
And we're back from commercial, and
I exposed myself during the commercial break. I got nervous. No one was laughing. I pulled it out. What the hell you want to do about it?
sometimes you got to do that, you know.
Hold it out. And it does have my face on it 3 times.
You know it's legal, right?
What, having my face on it 3 times?
No,
That's what makes it
a grown man holding a baby's penis.
Hey!
Must have been.
Sorry, I had
Must have been
to.
the emo
You roasted me.
anime.
No, I just told you to take the number out of the bid.
That's fair.
That's
That's
legit.
fair, sorry.
That's legit.
That was out of pocket.
No, yeah. You got excited.
Yep.
Hey guys,
Hey.
I had some questions.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with, for the first one, this is fun, top three childhood video games.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That,
Okay. The original Mario Brothers, because that's my generation. It's kind of a gimme,
yeah.
but I used to play it in my mom's classroom. She had a little Nintendo. I played it at home. Like I played it at work the other day because they had like a day for the workers.
Yeah.
Where you didn't have to do work, you just got to like hang out, and they had a Nintendo, and I instantly got to like level 7 like in like 5 minutes because I still remembered all the little. Anyway,
that feeling.
yeah. Anyway, NHL Power Play '98. Loved it. Played it over and over. Huge hockey game fan, but especially that one. It had the Olympics in it. You could play as like Sweden or whatever and kick the shit out of whoever. And then GTA 3. Because not to be like an old guy, but like can't imagine the different. That was a game changer. So like,
Oh yeah.
the difference between all the games before that, and then all of a sudden you can just run people over and kill people.
Yeah.
Like it was such a
Revolution.
it's just a revolution. Good or bad, who knows? Who knows? But all of a sudden you can just drive down the road and run people over.
Around the mid-90s, video games became significantly more violent, especially with the prevalence of games like Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
And around the mid-90s, violence in youth plummeted by almost half.
Yeah.
So video games do not cause violence.
No, and it's not Marilyn.
Fuck yeah.
It's not
That part I was for that
Marilyn
one.
Manson. It's not Marilyn Manson fault either.
It's probably parents doing weird shit to their kids. Probably. The parents keep yelling at this. Everyone else. Listen, I've been.
Rumble.
Yeah.
South Park, sir.
Rest of the panel, how we feeling about video games?
All right, these are all PlayStation 2 games because
Oh hell yeah!
that's that was like my first console pretty much.
Iconic.
You know, like I mean, of course, like I had those hand-me-down consoles like the Nintendo 64, the Sega, and whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, we had everything, but PS2 was like the new thing for me. Ratchet and Clank, Up Your Arsenal. Does anybody remember that game?
I remember the original.
games.
Okay, Up Your Arsenal, like it had like this kind of like gladiator style thing. Like you had like a coliseum that you could go to, and it would just send waves and waves of crazy ass aliens. It was the funnest shit. And then Tony Hawk's Underground 2.
Yep.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, like, I know a lot of people, like, they knock on it just because it's not very realistic to skating, but, it's like, like, it was fun as fuck. You got to destroy stuff, and, like, you got to travel the world.
A good point to make is, you can learn how to skateboard as a boy in real life.
Yeah.
So the video game should not be exact.
Right,
It's
like,
about today, my dad, who's married well, he's an older man with a white beard who needs to work on his back. He's got a bit of free time and a bit of expendable income, and he plays golf video games. Motherfucker, you're supposed to be golfing. You are supposed to golf. Go golf. The doctor will tell you. Sorry, go ahead.
And my third, this is completely like just me, like I bet nobody even played this game before, but Batman Begins. Begins. Did you play it?
I've seen it. I did not play it.
So Batman Begins was like very much the like spiritual successor to like the Arkham games. I think so.
So good.
Like it had like that same kind of like you're stealthing, you're trying to scare the shit out of the thugs before you take them down, stuff like that. Like it was just ahead of its time, really. Like really great game. It's still a great game. Like for a movie game, fantastic.
I'm glad you brought up like hand-me-down consoles because the first console I got was the original Xbox, and I got Tony Hawk's Underground 2, and that was the shit, dude.
Yes,
it was a really good game.
Yes.
Yeah, who's next? Who wants to talk about
I got 3.
Go
Super Mario World
okay.
on the Nintendo, Super Nintendo. Amazing. The first time I ever played it, I think I was like 7 years old, and my dad, I went to stay at my dad's house over the weekend, and he fucking gave me that, and was like, here you go, have fun. Went to sleep. Fucking wakes up at like 8 in the morning, and I'm still up fucking going at it, I mean, what boy wouldn't fucking just spend his whole night playing? That's like my first iconic one. But then Dig Dug, the arcade Dig Dug, that's like one of my favorite all-time games, like ever. I don't know why I'm obsessed with that game, but I am still. And then the third one would be Conker's Bad Fur Day, for sure.
What's that one?
That's the squirrel on the Nintendo 64 where he's like, it's an adult game.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah, that one's like very rare. Like if you find that on Nintendo 64, it's a pretty rare one.
Okay.
But yeah, like it's got like a multiplayer mode where you can all kill each other and like real gore and blood and everything. Like
Damn.
that one's pretty ahead of its time.
Yes.
Great.
I actually have 4, and you guys are really gonna hate that these are childhood games that I play. Minecraft,
Love Minecraft.
Yep.
Skyrim.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I know. He's like, what?
Do you even know what that is?
Yeah, I know what that is.
That's an honorable mention for me.
It's like Fallout for nerds.
It could have been my childhood, but I
Yeah.
had a little brother that was the gamer, so I got it late.
Right. Black Ops 2 and Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yep.
Yep.
Boy, you're a youngin.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, dude. I feel like out of the
I
loop.
get Skyrim and GTA 5. Those are just
Yeah.
two fun. You just do whatever you want.
Yeah, that's the
I
whole
ain't being
game.
told what to do in
Hey,
video
sick-
games. I don't
sick-
respect the game.
6 is coming.
Oh, I
This
can't
year.
wait.
Oh god, I'm so fucking bricked
The new
up.
trailer comes out this month, sometime like
That's what we should
soon.
do on like PRL those Wednesdays from then on.
Yeah.
We're not doing this anymore. We're just playing.
Yeah, we could do a gaming podcast.
We should.
We'll get it figured out. We'll do it.
We got slave camps in El Salvador before GTA 6. Anyway, okay, my turn. I'm gonna go Bully.
Oh yeah, iconic.
Yeah,
Bully
dude.
is my fucking shit.
Yeah.
Dude.
It is not fair how it's been treated. They
It needs a remaster.
teasing about some kind of return or I don't need a remaster. They said they were gonna make another one. It was gonna be in an airport, and I was like,
What?
Airport.
no, just go see the school. It's
Yeah.
like,
Well, I heard it was supposed to be a girl. There's a girl character for the next one.
if they put a girl in a video game, you gotta.
They're just making up bullshit.
Yeah.
They're never gonna make another.
It'd be like some big fucking bushy girl.
Butchie.
yeah.
But I already
You know,
downloaded that on my
like one of the
PS4.
Gross Sisters.
I wanted to play it again. Like, yeah. So I've played that a bunch of times.
Mortal Kombat 5 Deadly Alliance on the PlayStation 2. That one, suddenly it was like 3D.
That's the 2-player one, right?
You could strafe and get around the guy. And then you had like so Scorpion, right? He had this one, and then you'd hit a button, and then he'd do like something with his fists, and then you hit a button, and then he had a fucking katana, and you could just beat them with a weapon. The third setting was a weapon. That one was dope as shit. And then I'm gonna have to go. This one's hard, but I think I'm gonna go. Fuck it with Ghostbusters from like 2008 or 9.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
Like I was PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
PS3. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one, I was young
I've got it
enough
at home
to
still.
like really give a shit, and also fucking. It's just the third movie you wanted.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Oh no, it's
All
dope
in
as
it.
shit.
They go to the graveyard. That's fun.
Yeah, it's a dope, and it's Bill Murray's funny in it.
Yeah.
It's Winston Zedmore. Ernie Hudson gets some of his love. He gets some background. You get to learn about him. Because here's a funny thing to think about. In 1984, they make Ghostbusters, and it's about 3 white scientists, and then they just meet a black guy who needs a job. But instead of let's do something different, and then it's 3 white scientists who go meet a random black woman who needs a job. Like, that's weird. Now they have tits, so it's fine. That's the thing I would have fixed.
Yeah.
So, like Winston has a
But now Winston owns he like runs the whole thing now.
I watched the lady one because someone made me, and then they were like, "We're being
You
serious."
haven't watched the new one?
I don't care about the nostalgia shit with some dead and there's some kid. I don't care about that.
It's 2 hours of your life, dude.
I don't care about.
You'll never get it back.
I haven't seen it either.
You will.
I haven't seen them either. And I saw the chick one too.
He loves Ghostbusters, but the thing I like about Ghostbusters is one, Dan Aykroyd being autistic as shit and being like, you can completely categorize all these sperm ghost monster things by measuring and blah, blah. Get that, and then get 2 funny guys to. That was the appeal to me. Was that
I
Dan
have a
Aykroyd-
controversial take on Ghostbusters.
Go ahead.
Ghostbusters 2 is the better one.
As a child,
Ghostbusters 2 is my favorite.
I think.
And the actors don't like it.
Yeah.
Like Bill Murray hates Ghostbusters 2, but it's my personal favorite. I think it's
Is that the one with the goo? Like the pink goo?
yeah, and the guy in the
like
painting and
Ghostbusters
the
too.
Yeah.
Statue of Liberty
Uh-huh.
with Jackie Wilson playing.
And
Your
I will
love
say-
lifting me higher.
I will say,
Sure, yeah.
Ghostbusters.
I think I like the other villain better though.
Gozer.
Uh-huh. It was a little bit more mysterious, a little bit more like
What I liked about the video
That's
game
cool.
was that they got into all of the 1920s New York cult guys a bit more. About these guys that like were just like, well, I'm gonna eat the book with all my money. I'll eat the magic book. Fuck these people.
Kind of what they like touched on with Gozer, but not enough.
Yeah, they didn't touch on Gozer being like that was a millionaire in 1914, and then
Yeah.
he did pervert shit, and now he's a weird god.
He looks like David Bowie.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I love Bowie was he's a genius. He was in 1972 he invented the 80s and he stopped in 73. He's like, I'm not gonna do the 80s anymore. That's so stupid.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters 1 flows weird. It's got a janky. The montage in the middle feels like it shouldn't be. Like Larry
Yeah.
King and the it doesn't feel right. And I'll also say that this works for it. When the ghosts all shoot up, and it goes, I believe in magic. In magic, man. That's it does not fit the fucking movie at all.
I love it though.
But yeah, it makes it feel weird because you're like, what the fuck is that? Why is it acting weird? Okay.
Before we leave video games, can we like talk about like when those games came out and how old we were?
I'll go first. Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance I got at the same time as Scorpion King. So that was 2002. And I was 7? No. 8. I was 8. I just turned 8.
That's why I brought it up.
Yeah, I just turned 8 and I loved Scorpion King. And I was like, maybe this Mortal Kombat's good. And I ended up liking Mortal Kombat more. And then for Ghostbusters, I would have been 2009. I would have been 15, 16, 14. I think I would have been 14. I'm bad at math, guys.
how old are you right now?
I'm 30. So yeah, that's better math.
Okay.
Subtract for me.
No, I can't do that.
Yeah, 2009 minus 2025 is 14. I would have been 14.
Yeah.
So I would have been 14, and then for Skyrim, I would have been
14 years from now.
Yeah,
2009.
2011.
2011.
2011. Oh yeah, I'd have been 16. Yeah. So and I
It's not gonna be like that.
My 14-year-old brother was the gamer, so I watched movies growing up and paced and talked to myself, and then he would just. So I got to Skyrim late. Actually, I didn't play it in 2011. Reed, how old were you for a lot of the games you mentioned?
Minecraft came out in 2011, and I was 8 years old. Skyrim came out in 2009. I got to that later, probably around 2011. I was 8 years old.
That's crazy. You just know the timeline of these games.
2012. All right. 2012 for GTA.
For GTA 5, yeah, it would have been 9. And then Black Ops 2 was, I think it was 13.
I remember in 2013, I just dropped out of high school, and they kept talking about. I was watching all this shit about space on the internet, and they had robots in space, and then GTA came out, and it just looked like real life driving. And I was like, it's the future. There's nothing more to be achieved. There's a robot on Mars right now or something.
Yeah.
Crazy. Look where video games are now, though. Like they've come a
Yeah.
long way, especially with VR. Like you can really immerse yourself in like virtual reality.
Seems like a really good idea.
It is insane.
Okay, there's a new.
You can do the augmented reality. Like you could make.
There's a new VR game called Body Cam, and it uses AI filter
Yeah, I played it.
body cam footage, so it does not look like a game at all. It looks 100% like a guy's holding it. It's a 3D for you. It looks exactly like a dude. I mean, it would probably look weird in the goggles because you get a little bit of diffraction, or whatever you would call it. But when they put it on screen, you're like, oh, it looks like body cam footage.
Dude, I have a lazy eye, so I can't actually enjoy VR.
That sucks.
Damn.
Ass. I
So
can't
like this
tell.
one just doesn't work. Yeah, sometimes like when I'm focusing on something, they're straight, and then when I don't focus, it kind of
There's a few photos.
Yeah.
That they look back. Like,
Yeah.
what the heck? It's a-
yeah, but I'll never get to enjoy it. I just play GTA 6, dude.
Hey, if you were a villain, any kind of villain, it's up to you. And you had henchmen. That's one thing. You gotta have dudes running around doing bad stuff. What would your theme be? What kind of gimmick or theme would you be running with if you're a bad guy and you had to represent?
I think we would do minor to major vandalism toward the IRS and people who work for them.
Good.
You could call it terrorism, but
But I think it's in the right vein. It's,
yeah. It's yeah.
How'd you dress? How would you dress? And then
How would I dress? Like a normal person, because I'm gonna be like the guy with the ideas,
Right.
and they just go do it. So
You're
they
like the
would,
Charles Manson of this thing.
yeah. So they would wear, I don't know, cloaks or some shit.
Send fucking cultists to do it.
Yeah.
Freak everyone out. The Catholics hate the IRS now.
Like TPing the IRS building.
I was trying to think of like, what could be a villain symbol and like hasn't been done before. I was thinking flowers. So like, like I would wear, like a suit just covered in fucking flowers, and then the henchmen would be like my little daisies, they'd have like sunflower, like like they'd be in like little skin tight green suits.
Picturing like the James Bond or
The
Batman.
image of it just cracks me the fuck up. I don't know.
I'm picturing a Batman or a James Bond tied up and then slowly out of the darkness like there's like little Tony Hawk.
Yeah, just the gayest villain ever. Like,
They're all different body types.
Yeah, it's like Bobby
Yeah.
Shoulders, little Danny DeVito.
but
guy.
they're all wearing those like skin tight green suits.
Yeah.
With flowers around their necks.
Yeah.
They're all tip-
What would be your goal? Like, what would you be having them do?
World domination
Yeah,
by flowers.
World
Yeah,
domination by flowers.
Yes,
too many flowers.
there's not enough flowers.
Not enough flowers.
There's not enough flowers. You need flowers here and there.
Completely.
This is like the most abstract way to be like, climate's good. We need to
Yeah, I can't tell if he's doing
be like a climate protester, fucking tree hugger type shit.
propaganda that we're fine, or if he's trying to like be poison ivy. I can't tell what his gimmick.
Well,
That's what's great about
Maybe
it.
he's just overwhelming people with climate anxiety until he gets his way. Move a plane over there! We need water! Okay! He ends up with all the money.
Yeah.
Plants. Use paper straws.
The paper stuff! The turtles! Hey guys, the ocean actually isn't the climate though. We just don't like the idea that it's dirty. Shut up! It's really important to put millions of dollars into that. Not the CO2 emissions. Who else about being a villain? Gonzo?
I don't know. That's a hard question for me because I don't know.
All I have is an outfit, and their goal would be like to hit people that drive under the speed limit, or that people that hang out in the left lane on the interstate. And their outfits would be like just completely denim, and we call them like the denim Dans.
Okay.
But as far as like,
And then you're Denim Dan.
yeah, but like
Denim Dan in the
logistics
Denim
of
Dans.
like why they would wear that, and or being in cars
Right.
watching people,
so
there's no rhyme or reason.
So it's the police, but instead of giving people tickets, you paralyze them.
Yeah.
Motherfucker. That's pretty creative.
guys in all denim
I
paralyzed.
think the police might have stolen your Denim Dan idea. They've been grabbing people without the proper clothes on. They did it at White Oaks. Somebody got grabbed at White Oaks and they had just the Kevlar and they were just, no clue what the story was.
I watched a video of that.
Yeah, it was just people be like, what? People got dragged away. Like, dudes dressed like they sell cell phones there.
They do like to go to the mall and just like fight, like 50 on 50 fights.
Yeah, you never know.
Pretty cool thing to do.
There was a lady that got arrested at County Market in Springfield today, and she threw human shit, at a cop.
What the?
So that's pretty gnarly. I saw that right before I
Do
came
you
over
know
here.
if she like shit in
I
her
have
hand,
no
like,
idea
at
the full
time?
details.
Well, they
It
were
just
trying to
She lives
arrest
in
her.
a bag.
Yeah,
threw
like
feces at a
They were
cop.
trying to arrest her for theft. Probably on her way out.
She was like, I got something for you in my purse.
You're gonna catch me.
Oh, man.
Arrest this. That's crazy.
Okay.
Devin,
Yeah.
you called dibs
Oh yeah.
on a certain question, and that question is:
You
could
probably-
name a film you fucking hate from a director you love.
Yes.
And Devin called dibs because he doesn't want anyone to take his.
Yeah. This was a tough one, but then when I found it, I was like, oh yeah, yeah.
Right?
So Kevin Smith, everybody likes. Well, he probably does. We had this conversation last couple weeks ago. Like he doesn't. Clerks, Jay and Silent Bob. He made a movie that was like a somewhat sequel to his okay Tusk movie. It was Tusk was odd.
Oh,
But he made this movie basically for his daughter called Yoga Hosers.
I was thinking you were
Yoga
gonna
what?
say that.
It's so fucking bad.
It's
I was
the
scared he was
worst.
going to say Red State. I was like, that one's fun.
No.
No. Yeah, you're right.
No, I mean, I
forgot
hate-
Yoga Hosers.
Hate is a strong word, and there's not any other film of his that I like. Jersey Girl is like some of those are like, but they're not. I don't hate them. I hate Yoga Hosers. It's a terrible movie, and every other movie he's made has been
Well, there's
average
Yeah,
to
there's something there for you to be like, all right.
yeah.
Yeah, Yoga Hosers looked like a catastrophe
Disaster.
at organizing something for two
He's like,
people.
I want my daughter to be in my movies, but it turns out like she's not funny like I am.
And she's not a great actress. She plays a dead-eyed,
Bad,
I don't give a fuck
so
teenager.
bad.
She is good in some stuff though.
She is?
Oh yeah, I just recently watched something with
Poor
her in
girl's
it.
name is Harley Quinn.
Yeah, Harley Quinn Smith.
What? That's a real name?
Yeah,
Crazy.
I would like to point out that in the 70s, when there was all these tabloid stories about celebrity kids having weird names, wasn't true. They had normal names, so you couldn't find that celebrity's kid.
Right.
And then celebrities started legit calling their kids fucking Moonshine and Apple.
Taco Bell, come here.
Like North 23.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
XC69.
Oh, yeah. They made him change that, though.
Yes. I mean,
Well, fuck, Kanye named one of his kids North.
when I was like five, a couple got arrested for teaching their kid Klingon and not English. So yeah, if you're naming your kid C-3PO, there's a little bit of precedent there.
Ralphie May's daughter is April, June, May.
That's a good one, though. I like that.
He's a comedian,
That's a genius name, though.
and you know what? He probably wanted her to not get famous. He had a rough time of it. He was probably like, I'm going to disaster this for you. No one's going to hire
it's like
me.
Boy Next Door, but
Yeah.
He knew he was going to die.
he's like, guys, I'm like 500 pounds.
I'm not going to be around.
30.
I have a buddy.
You need some spit in your eye, April.
He asked, how did he die? And I was like, well, he was 600 pounds and did coke and coffee and beer all the time.
And 8.
Who are you talking
A
about?
lot. And it
Ralphie
breathed at the top
Oh.
of his lungs and got excited for a living. And he goes, that's pretty messed up to say. I was like, what the
What?
fuck are you talking about? He's 600 pounds.
Yeah.
And he's not 7'5". So we have at least one fucking problem. And they tell you not to do coke. I was like, what the fuck are you talking? You die of a heart attack when you do. He was killing himself. Bad movie, great director. How do the rest of the panel feel?
David Ayer's Suicide Squad.
Good one. End of Watch was excellent.
Okay.
That is an excellent one.
Training Day.
End of Watch and
Yeah, Training
Great
Day was
movie.
fucking great movie. David Bowie's song at the end of that, where he was working with rappers and he was
Yeah.
a little goofy. I loved it. He had
course he would.
his slick suits and then some rapper be like, yeah! And he was like saxophone with his pretty hair. And fuck yeah! And then there'd be a bit where he and the black guy would look at each other and go, yeah, I don't think I'll murder you. When it was like the deep part. Instead of not murdering each other. Yeah, you're working together.
Yeah.
Yeah, David Ayer also directed Fury, which was really
Fury,
good.
yeah, that's a good one. Yeah,
But-
Suicide Squad, we could talk a minute about that.
Total dog shit.
Fucking
I loved it. I thought it was great.
a trailer editor
Pat says that.
edited it.
But I'm not much of a superhero guy, so.
So let me get, okay, let
Which
me,
one are we talking about? Are we talking about the James Gunn? Because there's two.
Okay, no, yeah, I'm thinking of the James Gunn one. My fault.
Okay, I was gonna say that one was much better.
You're looking at me, right? I'm like, oh, I'm going to audition for Joker. And you're like, oh, and then I go,
Don't get me wrong, Jared Leto in Suicide Squad was terrible. But the rest of it was great.
you want to see my actual impression of,
Oh, God.
You kind of look like Leto a little.
Joker?
Yeah.
You must have thought it was White Boy Day. It ain't White Boy Day, is it? You get that. He stole that fucking character from Gary Oldman. Gary Oldman already played a white guy who thought he was black. It was dangerous and creepy. In True Romance? True Lies is the Arnold one. True Romance is
Tarantino.
Tarantino
Who doesn't have a bad film.
And then Ridley Scott's
we decided
brother,
that earlier.
Tony directed it. And that's why the music's horrible in that movie. That fucking tropical. It's like, he likes Elvis. Play Elvis. I'd rather you play Elvis. Do that. The main character never shuts up about Elvis. Do you know?
I'll be honest. I don't think our culture highlights the importance of a director enough because I don't know that many directors.
It's true.
Like, I just watch movies.
It's
The
true.
goddamn shame.
I learned.
They used to, like, back in the day. Like, Spielberg was a big deal. When
Yeah.
it
It was
was
a
going
big deal. Now it's the fictional character.
Scorsese and all that.
The intellectual property decides who goes. Will Smith does not decide who goes. Steven Spielberg does not. Minecraft decides that they're going to get at least this number of people.
Yeah.
Out of curiosity alone. Gonzo,
31 by Rob Zombie.
you hate
Terrible.
Are you? No. No.
Perfect!
That movie was hot garbage.
No, it wasn't.
He told me to watch it.
No, it fucking
The ending
isn't.
of that movie was bullshit.
And I hate them all, so fuck you both.
This
God.
is perfect.
No.
This is the structure
No.
of the damn show. Debate now. Gonzo,
So,
move your school back to where you
the
guys
whole The whole premise of that movie is that it is a horror maze, like, and if you escape,
I've never seen the movie.
I don't want to
so
spoil it.
I get to judge it.
I don't want to spoil it.
It's okay.
I don't either.
How long ago did it
Well,
come out?
Well,
A while.
yeah, it's
Long
been a while.
enough.
But at the end of that movie, if they get out, they're supposed to live. One person gets out, and this fucking guy, oh, my fault. This guy fucking leaves the maze, chases her down, and then fucking kills her outside of the contest that she just won. She won, and the award was supposed to be to leave and stay alive, and they still fucking killed her. That had me very mad. Because, like,
That's what pissed you off?
that's what
about
pissed
that
me
movie?
off, yeah. And, like, I don't know, the quality of it was kind of weird.
Okay,
I just watched the ending.
I just want to highlight the first villain in that
The
movie
Nazi one?
is fucking hilarious.
Is it the Nazi?
Yeah.
Yeah. That one's just weird, dude. That whole movie's weird. I really didn't care for it.
Okay. How intoxicated were you? How intoxicated were you when you watched that for the first time?
I was sober.
That's a.
It
that's
was like
a
the middle
problem.
of the night. I had nothing else
That's
to
your
do.
problem.
Why would you
Okay,
ever
that's
watch
fair.
a Rob Zombie movie sober?
Yeah. What the
You're
fuck
right.
is wrong?
Guess what happens every time I watch a Rob Zombie movie
Get
sober?
pissed drunk.
I say,
Oh,
that was
God.
weird, but why?
Yeah.
Every time. All
You're like, oh, this sucks.
And I'm always sober watching it, so that's why I hate every one of his movies.
Yes.
Thank you.
Don't do that. No, get
No, don't
fucked
do
up,
that.
dude. Get fucked up on something.
I love the rest of his movies. Like, I mean, they're not the best, but you know, like the newest, what was the Three from Hell was not very good either. I didn't think. Like, I thought it was a shitty adaptation to the Devil's Rejects and House of a Thousand Corpses.
Did anybody watch the Munsters movie?
No, but I need to. Fuck, I forgot that was coming out. That's been out for a while. Shit, I'm occupied, man. I've been busy.
Forgot my point because fucking Gonzo getting stoked about the fucking monsters.
I'm sorry.
Oh shit!
It's iconic, though.
Hilarious.
It's an iconic, like, series.
Watch it.
For sure.
Dude, no, that movie is
yeah.
gold. You have to be drunk watching it. You have to be some sort of intoxicated because it's fucking
I
hilarious.
love Universal monsters like Frankenstein, Dracula, all the OGs. So
Oh, yeah. I love Bela Lugosi's here. He's on my jacket here. Gonzo, I heard a sentence fragment while Reed was talking that intrigued the fuck out of me given your take. I only watched the end. You only watched what? What were you saying? I only watched the end, and then you stopped.
The end of
31?
No. This the ending of that movie pissed me off.
Oh, okay.
I watched the whole film.
I heard him say,
I watched the whole movie. I
watched the end.
some of the gore was good and everything, but I just didn't like the
gore was good.
I didn't like how they turned around on I believe in like fair chance.
Have you ever seen the movie Buried?
Yes, that is a great movie.
You liked Buried.
I loved it.
How about the movie The Mist with Thomas J?
Very. That's the Stephen King one, right?
Grocery store.
Yes, very good. With the ending with the car.
Those two endings, but the one where she didn't get what she wanted despite that.
Well, no. It's just they set like a contract standard and then they didn't follow through.
Buried had a fucking.
Well, they did.
Where he hallucinated his
Amazing.
cooking, and then it immediately goes no, and then it ended.
I love the way that movie ended. Like with the fog, like you know what I mean? Like that was great.
No, Buried.
Oh, buried. Oh, yeah.
Buried, he hallucinates getting dug up for 6 seconds, and then he's actually buried for 2 seconds, and then it's credits with some dumb song.
Yeah. I like. See, my favorite horror movies are the ones that feel like real scenarios, like Saw. You know, like good thrillers. Like Nope. You know, is a good one. You know, Get Out.
I thought 31 was relatively realistic.
There's a better one called.
happen.
There's a better one called Haunt.
Haunt?
And it's the same premise, like indie film. It's the same thing. Like it's a haunted house where they have like torture like scenarios type thing, and if you can get out, then you live type thing. Does
it have a better ending?
Yeah, it did. Everybody wins.
The guy, he doesn't get paid.
I'm not a very good movie critic. I like good film. You know, if it's entertaining.
Not 31.
If it's entertaining, then
Not that one.
Not that one. I'm sorry, buddy.
All right, guys. I'm gonna say.
I'm sorry. I took most of the time.
Okay, like take some mushrooms, a lot of them. Watch that movie again.
I am not watching horror
fucking
movies
hilarious.
while I'm on hallucinogenics. That's insane.
Okay.
What do I look like a psycho?
Loses for being a pussy.
I would rather watch.
Also has lost.
What? Because I want to watch cartoons or go out in nature? That's crazy.
Why not watch people die?
All right, 12-pack of beer. 12-pack of
I
beer.
could do beers for sure. I did a
9-inch.
I did a thing where every time they said fuck on Devil's Rejects, we drank,
No, one more time.
and that's a challenge.
Yeah.
I watched The Northman on mushrooms, and it was a great experience.
Oh yeah, I still need to see that. I like that director.
Name a celebrity that you would love to see get into the celebrity boxing world, if not the actual boxing world.
Chris Brown and Rihanna.
I,
Sorry. Anyway, move on.
That was a cheap shot.
It was a cheap shot, yeah.
Moving on.
Tom Hardy for sure. I mean, he could just
yeah.
do it.
yeah, probably. Yeah, he's all about DJJ. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah, the BJJ.
He would get.
Not Little Job.
That's exactly what I thought when you said it.
Give someone else a blowjob as a job to someone else. It's a blowjob. Tom Hardy, yeah, he'd probably get confused and snap the guy's arm in half.
Oh yeah.
You get all bug-eyed like he does.
Uh-huh.
How we feel about Chris Brown versus Tom Hardy?
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy all the way, dude.
Absolutely.
Chris Brown might have reach and agility. He might even have speed.
I mean, I even think with Rihanna, I think he probably just got a cheap shot. I feel
Yeah.
like she could probably beat his ass.
Yeah, I feel like she got a good hold of. If he had grown his hair
Yeah, I
out,
think he was like,
She slapped the shit out of Michael Cera, and this is the end. That's a real slap in that movie. She actually slapped the shit out of him. So
he's a champion. He should go into the. That's my nomination, Michael Cera.
Michael Cera or Jesse Eisenberg of the week.
that'd be a good matchup.
Hey, can I say something about Jesse?
I'd like to see him
Fight
in
up
a
the weird-
gladiator ring.
Like, character, you know.
Yeah, I know. Jesse Eisenberg is like Michael Cera if he didn't look weird but talked really annoyingly. He sounds like his words are falling onto the table as he pours them all out of a cup. And listen to the crazy, he didn't do that yet. Stop doing that! We'll slap the shit out of you if you slow down. It sounds like he's not breathing, and like I want to punch him in the stomach so hard. I hate him. Take
My second choice for bad movie, great director was Social Network.
Yeah,
Just because I hate that fucking guy.
Yeah.
Like-
You know what? I didn't have one. You're right. I love David Fincher. Seven's one of my favorites.
Oh my god, dude.
great.
Every other movie he's made is amazing. That movie's great, but Jesse Eisenberg ruins it.
Hemingway.
I thought he played the part pretty well. It's pretty accurate to like.
No, he's for sure. I'm sure he did.
But yeah,
Still fucking
it's a
hate
pretty
him.
stale movie. It's like one of those ones you watch one time.
I gotta ask you. Hemingway once wrote, "The world is a beautiful place and worth fighting for." I agree with the second part.
Was that Morgan Freeman?
That was Morgan Freeman.
Yeah. Good job.
All right.
It was pretty good.
Thank you.
I never got to nominate either. I'd pick Adam Sandler.
Was that the prison movie?
You know he's got some
Was that
hands on him,
Seven?
dude.
Oh, for boxing.
boxing.
Was that the prison movie or was that Seven?
So that's 7 at the end after Brad Pitt does what he does.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
What's in the
all right.
box?
I was thinking Shawshank Redemption. It just sounds like something he would say
Yeah.
and that too.
He does that the entire movie.
Yeah.
I would say
Liar.
for
No, that
box.
shit happened. No one liked him. He's an unpopular little weirdo, and I didn't talk to him once.
And in the frame, died in prison in 1988.
I'm
He never made it out. That never happened.
I'm clean lady. I
I-
was the head of the league.
I would say for boxing, Christian Bale, because of like his dedication to roles and his ability to like cut and bulk
Yeah.
is crazy. He'd be all over the weight classes. Like,
And can you picture him at the weigh-in at the face-off?
yeah,
Yeah, it's all he does.
Dude.
That'd be his thing. That's
Right.
perfect.
Tom Hardy and Christian Bale in a real fight.
That'd be
Batman and Bane? I'd love to see that. I'd pay a lot of money
I
to
have
see
an
that.
issue with the Nolan Batman movies.
You have issues with it?
I don't care for those, and I don't
Really?
care for Nolan movies. I don't care for like half.
Wow.
I like Memento and The Prestige.
Uh-huh.
I loathe his Batman movies.
Wow, that's them's
Great.
fighting words. But
Great,
real-
coolest pussy decisions were made to not put Gotham even in the fucking thing. Everything. And also I have some issues. Christian Bale, up to that point, had played greasy, racist, rapist psychopaths with too much money. And I was supposed to feel differently. And I'm sorry, every time they have him play a good dude, he just seems to hold his face in an annoying way, in a fake way.
kind of like the
He plays a good guy and he does a weird pout, and is bad at acting all of a sudden. Whereas if you make him even like I didn't watch this movie, but when he played
I
the
don't
weird
think
guy
so.
in Thor, and he does this. He did that in Public Enemies. He did that in The Prestige. He did that in Batman.
He's kind of a bad guy in Prestige, kind of.
He is, and he still did the face, and it pissed me off. But The Prestige is a decent because Hugh Jackman. It turns out Hugh Jackman's the bad guy.
Well-
he did more fucked up shit.
Yeah, but
I can't remember the social problems they had. I just remember Hugh Jackman.
being two Christian Bales and having wives and
I think
Yeah,
it's
he's
just his
just a
face.
scumbag.
He's
Yeah.
got weird British
Jack-
pouty lips.
No, he's doing a face.
he has to be doing
Watch
it.
Public Enemies and tell me you don't get mildly annoyed watching him do that.
Okay, what? I mean, watch him in fucking American Psycho. He's doing the same shit. Watch it.
Yeah,
Like, it's his face.
I don't have time to properly debate you on this.
I
so
have
we'll bring this some other time.
a real.
I'll say my first introduction to Christian Bale was the Batman movies.
I have a cast
So I
of his
wouldn't know.
face at home, and he's making that face.
Yeah.
Like it's not. It's his face.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it
I've
is.
seen him not do it. I've seen him not do it. You know? I know there's a thing in it. I've
Okay,
never
that's
seen
the
Tom
expression
Holland-
that he's putting on.
I've never seen Tom Holland not look like something's in his mouth. I've seen Christian Bale look like nothing's in his mouth. Also the suit and bad. Go up like that, and it look. I hate armor.
Oh man.
Pattinson's one. I don't like that it's a fascist armor guy. But
We're gonna pick this back up in the next episode. I'm fucking
the
pissed.
next episode. The great Batman
Next episode, we just beat the hell out of him.
Use marijuana. Jacksonville, Illinois' radio broadcast to the world, Elm City Radio. Welcome. It's the home of Big Eli, General Grierson, Governor Duncan, Illinois College, and more. Playing local flavors of music, broadcasting local news at some point, and keeping you up to date about the heart of West Central Illinois in Jacksonville. Stream us wherever you are. That's Elm City Radio, Jacksonville, Illinois' radio broadcast to the world.
Actually, what I just want to clarify, it wasn't my fuck up last week.
All right.
It was the computer's fuck up. It just decided that the file didn't exist.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Dude, I was
I'm just
actually
saying.
really worried about that because I thought you meant for the record got corrupted. I was like, oh fuck, we're gonna have to do that again.
Yeah, no, I'd probably be a lot worse reaction.
Yeah.
A lot more irrational reaction.